Hello, everybody. Welcome to Jeffco Stadium on a Friday night, and it feels like football. We had a little snow this morning. We're glad we could bring this to you. Chatfield set to take on Columbine, the big neighborhood rivalry here in Class 5A. The two schools don't get much closer together. Certainly been a long-time rivalry between these two. I'm Cory Lopez. Pleased that I was asked to be a part of this Stream It Sports live broadcast here on the web stream. Welcome everyone listening in. We're at the Jefferson County Stadium. We're in Lakewood. It is 36 degrees here at kickoff. Columbine won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so Chatfield will receive here as we get set to go. Good luck in spotting the numbers. I've got to tell you, they are tough to see, even for us up here in the broadcast booth. The way it's going to set, though, Fardian is going to be back there along with Sean Odell. Odell number 2, Fardian number 7, receiving for Chatfield here. They'll get an opportunity to show off that offense. 5-0 coming in here, ranked number 5 according to Colorado Preps. And the ball just outside of the goal line, and it's taken by Fardian as he takes it down that right side, and he will take it up to just outside the 20-yard line. That's where the Chatfield offense will start. Columbine trying to bounce back after an upset loss last week. They lost to Arapahoe for the first time in almost 2 decades, 49-26. It was a huge second quarter run for Arapahoe. And here we get set to go. And here's the junior quarterback in Kyle Winkler. Winkler with a single setback, looks quick, smoke route out here. He tries to bounce it to the outside. Got a little bit of room here as he's to the 30-yard line and taken down at the 31-yard line. Tanner, the Judas, is over there to make the tackle as they quickly get the ball out here to the near side, get that smoke route, and get Fardian quickly into it. So a quick gain of 12 yards here. That is 11 yards here. In trouble. Hit as he throws. Winkler. It's intercepted by Columbine at the 43-yard line. And that's Reed Harms, the senior, who comes up with it. The Rebels have got their first turnover. They put the ball on the ground a couple of times last week. It's huge for Columbine, and they're going crazy on the sidelines. Columbine's in front of us. Chatfield on the other side. So a little adversity now for Chatfield coming in here as suddenly the defense has to come out and face off against this Columbine offense. Michael Tate is the quarterback for Columbine, and well, an early start, earlier than they thought they might get in a full house backfield. That's what Andy Reid loves to do here. They'll give it off, first man through, up the middle, leaning head to about the 42-yard line, and Aparicio will get the carry. Jeremy Aparicio with a gain of about 3 yards here, and more importantly, hangs on to that football. 2 plays for Chatfield, an interception thrown. So here we sit. Columbine this time, kick to the outside. Look out, McDonald bouncing it to the outside. That's Bernard McDonald, the senior. Seems like he's been playing forever. He'll take it out to just inside the 32-yard line, near that 32 there. And a very quick gain of about 6 yards. And McDonald is the guy that's going to get the ball an awful lot here. So 3rd down and 1 coming up here. The clock rolling. An interception by Reed Harms. And Tate up under center. Full house backfield again. This time they're going to head to the right side. And they even fooled me. First man through the middle. We'll take it right up the middle. And Aparicio's going to get a lot of those right up the middle against this Chatfield defense here. And it's enough for a first down as he takes it to the 31-yard line. A couple yards for Aparicio. So Columbine on the move. The Charger defense trying to step up right here. Tate under center again, ducked all the way down there. Hard to see him, and they'll run it here to the right side. Trying to bounce it to this outside here. Got a little bit of room. McDonald still spun out of bounds as he gets down to about the 13-yard line here. Let's see exactly where he stepped out as they come running over. They'll give him about the 11. No, they'll give him the 10-yard line. And how about that run right there? A gain of about 16. McDonald just going crazy as he bounced to the outside. Good seal down block on the outside. And for the Chargers here, you've got to figure out a way. You've got to honor the middle, of course. So give it to Aparicio. But McDonald is so fast. He dips those shoulders down and then bounces to the outside with that speed. First down and goal. The ball at the 10-yard line here. Under 10 minutes to go. We're in the first quarter. Tate. He'd give it off there. Big hole up the middle. That's McDonald. Touchdown, Columbine from 10 yards out. He made it look pretty easy. The touchdown by McDonald, and Columbine is on the board. Chatfield stunned. 2 offensive plays on the second one. Winkler hit as he threw it. Throws an interception, and Columbine turns around and takes care of business. 5 plays, they're into the end zone. They only had to go about 41 yards to do it. Snaps a little bit high. The kick is up. And it is good. Great job there. The combination of Jake Lowry, who held on to that ball that was snapped high, and Jeremy Aparicio puts it through. 9:54 to go here in the first quarter, and a 7-0 lead for Columbine. Well, the first point's up on the board, a 10-yard run for Bernard McDonald. It's not the way Chatfield wanted to start it out. I'm telling you, the Chargers, one of the quietest undefeated teams, though, in the state. And depending on what poll you look at, they're inside the top 10. They didn't start out that way. Say thanks to the folks, chatfieldfootball.com. Find out the rosters. Find out the next game. Find out how the season has progressed. Find some stats there as well. Chargers will go back on offense here in moments. So McDonald from 10 yards out, and it's a 7-0 lead quickly. Columbine to kick it away, and again, back deep for Chatfield, Odell, and Fardian. High kick, this one a short kick, taking it about the 15-yard line here. A little bit of a hole there. Odell trying to find his way through, and he'll take it up across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Odell with a super return that time. 25, 26 yards on the return, and Chatfield will start at their own 41-yard line. And here we go. Now the Chargers, an opportunity to try to answer after the quick turnover. Kyle Winkler and the Chargers try to get something going. Odell will be in the backfield, quick flip out there, and again, behind the intended receiver that time, who had just jumped out into the flat. He was looking for Zanier. Brandon Zanier had just flipped out into the flat. 2nd and 10, quick offense here. There we go. Odell up the middle as he bowls his way ahead to about the 45-yard line. Give him about 4 yards.
7 great games to the stop, 3rd and 6.
Hurry up offense. Slot left now, and a quick fire over the middle there, and it's behind the intended receiver. Would have been enough for the first down, but a tough catch to make as he flipped it out there. He was looking for Jarrell Olsen. Olsen had actually made his cut, snapped the head around. Suddenly the ball was on his left hip that time. 4th down. Are they going for it? They got somebody to jump. It makes it an easier 4th. It was 6. Now it'll be 4th and 1. How about that? Winkler with the hard count. Just could not hold up Chris Bergman, and we point him out because Bergman was ready to go, just got into the neutral zone. You're seeing it more in the NFL, but certainly in high school, once you break that neutral zone, it's done. They'll go on 4th down. They'll hand it off. Odell, sidestep, good spin move. He's into the open now. Got a little bit of room, and he spun down at about the 25-yard line. How about that run? And actually Fardian that time out of the backfield with the run. The big kid with a super run that time. And now the chain gang trying trying to keep up with the Chatfield offense. That's been the case. The defense has been trying to keep up with Chatfield for the first 5 games. They come in here undefeated. They want to play fast. And again, we're seeing it here. Winkler quickly got him up there, ready to go, but the chain gang wasn't set. So first down and 10. But a nice run that time. A good run of about 25. Now Odell this time, skipping his way through. He'll get inside the 20-yard line with the run. Odell with a good, solid run that time into the heart of the defense. And in on the tackle that time, Peter McIntosh was there. We also see coming out, one of the linebackers actually had to come out because he lost his helmet. So 2nd and 4. They'll give it off, try to bounce it to the right side there, and a flag will come in behind it. Could be the potential of holding. As they gave it off to Steinhoff, Austin Steinhoff to the right side, but this one is coming back. Good seal on the outside. That may have been a hold, though, so they'll back Steinhoff off and come back the other way. 8:38 left to go. We're in the first quarter. So the hold on the outside is a part of that seal there. The fullback got caught. So they'll walk it back here. 2nd and 14 now. That ball just inside the 30-yard line of Columbine. Umpire will back off after setting the ball. Winkler rolling to the near side, looking to pass. He'll fire it out there in the flat. Caught at the 25-yard line. Pushed out of bounds near the 20.
Number 2, Sean Odell. By number 27, Sean Stry.
Odell there out of the flat will make the catch. Take it down. They'll set it at about the 19-yard line, and a nice pickup here. 3rd down and 4. Quickly, right up the middle they go. Spinning forward to about the 11-yard line, and a nice run for the Chargers that time. Boy, great blocking that time, too. And that's Callahan Harris. Michael Callahan Harris. He'll get a handful of carries here tonight. Big one that time as he takes it down to about the 12-yard line. 1st down and 10. Winkler looking. Boy, he's ready to go already. Steinhoff is in the backfield, slot right. Ball's on the left side hash. Winkler, play action, rolling here to the right side. Looking, there's nobody out there. Still looking, now fires it in the flat, sitting down at about the 7-yard line. And Odell just found a hole in that zone defense to make the catch down to the 7-yard line. 8 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Chatfield trying to answer this one. Winkler's got him up to the line already. Here we go. This time, Odell in the backfield. Hit there, tries to spin out of trouble. He'll take it down to near the 4-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down here and about 2 yards to go.
Ball down to about the 4, 3rd and 2.
They'll put it at the 4. Winkler's already at the line, ready to go. Got him to jump in a neutral zone. He'll take half the distance there, and that may be enough for a 1st down. He's done it twice now to him. Well, and unfortunately, Chris Bergman gets pointed to by the Whitecap again. Just a little aggressive. So 1st down and goal now. They set the ball down at the 2-yard line. Winkler will be back up. Single setback slot left here to the wide side of the field. Into the middle of the field they go. Spinning forward. Touchdown. How about that? And it is Michael Callahan Harris from 2 yards out. Callahan Harris gets the carry right up the middle from 2 yards out for the touchdown. And Chatfield is on the board, an extra point away from tying this thing up. The kick up, and we are tied.
7:27, first quarter, Chatfield and Columbine deadlocked at 7.
That's Matt Roback, the senior, doing the kicking duties with number 51 on his back. It's hard to see even here. We've got great cameras, but I'm telling you, it's tough to see with the way the numbers are set up there. But Roback with the extra point, tied at 7, 7:27 left to go here in the first quarter. And the scores are coming fast and furious. So Callahan, Harris with the touchdown from 2 yards out. So for the first time here tonight, Chatfield is actually going to get the opportunity to kick off. Remember, it was a turnover that Columbine got the football. Roback would do the kicking duties here again. And he will go ahead and kick it high. And it'll be taken at about the 10-yard line here. Breaking one tackle now, looking for a little bit of room. It'll be taken down just short of the 20-yard line. And a nice return that time. That's Taylor Emery, the junior. Emery just following his blockers, but Chatfield pursued very quickly. So 7:18 to go here in the first quarter. Columbine will have the football and try to go back to work and get that lead back here. Took advantage of the turnover, a short field, made their way down 5 plays, scored. McDonald took it in right up the middle from 10 yards out. Michael Tate back up under center, kick it out here to the outside, and leaning forward to near the 16-yard line. The run by Norton, Austin Norton with the carry here to the right side. Well, and for Chatfield, we're going to call this guy's name a lot. Sean Berry, the senior, one of the guys in on it. The free safety coming up to help as well. Lucas Gunkel was there. Tate there. It'll be second down, and we'll call it 3 now. Looking to pass. How about that out in the flat? Wide open. Caught there, 35-yard line. Spun around down to the 45-yard line. Jeremy Aparicio out of the backfield. Catches it from Tate. He doesn't throw it very often, but when he does, it's pretty accurate because teams don't expect Columbine to throw very often at all. So the gain of about 15 there up to the 45-yard line. Under 6.5 to go here in the first quarter. And you bring 9 guys in the box. Tate up the middle it goes. Normally it's a carry by Aparicio, and it will be him, but he didn't have a lot of room. The fullback takes a lot of those carries up the middle, got 1. So 2nd and 9 coming up here. Boy, a lot of pretty good games going here tonight in Class 5A. This is one of the marquee ones. Obviously a rivalry, one that a lot of people would like to see naturally here, but it gives a different look in the Super 6. And the handoff, no, keeper this time, and Tate will take it to about the 47-yard line, maybe to the 47.5, depending on where they spot it down. Tate with a good ball fake that time, but Chatfield was already flowing here to the near side. So the linebackers come in and make the tackle here. Again, we're still spotting out some numbers. It's tough to see, certainly. I know some of the media guys that are already here have had a conversation with Coach Brett McGatlin saying, Coach, you're killing us. Killing us with the numbers. Hard to see. So Barry in on the tackle. Third down and long, about 7 yards. Tate to keep on the option here, following the great blocking up front, and he'll take it to about the 42-yard line. Tate following the big block by Austin Norton, and he'll take it down. Enough for the first down. We see Gunkel coming over to help out with the tackle. Also, Matt Gator there, and a host of other Chargers. Stream It Sports, this presentation brought to you by Chatfield Football. You can find them at facebook.com/Chatfield Football. First down and 10 for Columbine. They're driving here. Tate looking to pass again, and he throws it just short of the intended receiver out there. Would have certainly been enough for a first down. Breaking just out of the, just there from his tight end position was the senior Joey Bradley, but it was down about between the knees and the hips, right about thigh high, and his momentum was carrying him toward the post, and he had to turn around to try to make the catch. Well, right on cue, I said, Michael Tate's a pretty good thrower, and he is. This time he tried to rifle one in, could have put a little more air under it, because I'll tell you what, Bradley was open. 2nd and 10, somebody moved. 4:49 to go here in the first quarter. And we're walking backwards for Columbine. For Chatfield, well, I think the defense will take the breather, take the extra yards that Columbine will have to go for a first down here. So far, they have not been able to really do much to slow down Columbine. They've just pounded their way down the field. And I can say vice versa. The same thing can be said about the Columbine defense. They couldn't do much against Chatfield's offense. We'll see what kind of adjustments come out here. For now, the Chargers get themselves an extra 5 yards to work with here as Columbine comes to the line. 2nd and 15 now. Tate, quick throw. Goes out to McDonald, who they'd set out in space. Breaks one tackle, still on his feet, and he'll be knocked out of bounds. Up near the 33-yard line, maybe near the 34 is where he stepped out. Get him open in space. That's how they work it. Tate with a good throw over to the far side. And they got back, well, 2/3 of what they needed here. Bring up a 3rd down and 4. First down just outside the 31-yard line. They're just outside the 34 right now. 3rd and 3. Charger defense lined up. They've got 9 in the box here. Option here to the right side. Nowhere to go. Tate is taken down. How about that? And it's Gunkel flying in there. How many times we called his name already here tonight? He's one of the smallest guys out there on the field, but he's got a nose for the football. And he fired through there like a rocket between the blockers, and Tate had nowhere to go. So it brings up 4th down. You're in that no man's land. They're not going to punt from the 34 of Chatfield. 4th and 3. Here we go. Chatfield defense trying to step up here. Tate, whoop, fumbled the snap, maybe. Chatfield says they've got it anyway, and it doesn't matter. 4th down. Chargers will get it. First turnover by Columbine, and Chatfield will have the football here. Tate pulled out a little early from under center there, and the ball bounded onto the ground. For a moment, everybody else was carrying out what they were supposed to be doing for Columbine, and for Chatfield, well, that's a scary time. You wonder if they were running a fake there. They weren't. It was indeed a fumble, each team with a turnover. Slot receiver will catch this one out in space now. Got a little bit of speed as he bounced to the outside, and he's taken out at about the 42-yard line on the far side. Uncovered, and Odell on the catch and the run. Sean Odell set up in the slot position, and nobody covered him. And if they did, they were about 15 yards off him. So a smart play by Kyle Winkler to get him the ball. First down and 10. Here comes Chatfield. Inside Columbine territory. Back it goes. First man through. The single setback spins forward to about the 36-yard line. McIntosh on the carry. Odell, I believe. Nope, it was actually Callahan Harris there. Quickly, Winkler gets it here, looking. Odell trying to pick his way through now. Cuts it back against the grain. Here we go. Off to the far side now. Still on his feet, and he's finally going to be wrapped up and thrown backwards at the 25-yard line. How about that? And the fast-moving offense, I'm keeping an eye on where they stick Odell. They've got him in the slot position now on the left side. Winkler back up under center. They'll reset the tight end, and they'll give it off. The deep man on the handoff to about the 19-yard line. Callahan Harris and Odell have gotten the bulk of the carries. And that was indeed Michael Callahan Harris there. And Columbine's going to take the timeout because, as we saw before, the Chatfield defense stepped up, bowed the backs, got the ball on a turnover, basically on downs. Whether they recovered the football or not, it was a fourth down play anyway. Suddenly, Columbine's defense has not been able to make the adjustments here against this Chatfield club that is playing very fast. Timeout with 2:59 left to go. We're in the first quarter, tied at 7, but the Chargers are threatening to take this one right down and take the lead. Find out more about Charger football, go to chatfieldfootball.com. Proud sponsors here on our live web stream broadcast, Stream It Sports, streamitsports.com. Out of the timeout, Winkler up under center, just under 3 to go, 2:59 to go in the first quarter, and yeah, we are rolling here. Plenty of offense, 2 touchdowns already. McDonald's got one from 10 yards out. That cracked the goose egg for Columbine. Chatfield responded with a nice drive of their own and finished it off with Michael Callahan-Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. It was Winkler and Odell and Callahan-Harris doing a bulk of the work, a lot of passing as well. Winkler here rolls, and he is looking to pass. Stops, sets the feet, throws it toward the end zone, and it's caught at about the 3-yard line. Threw it here to the near side. Boy, that is beautiful. How about running the perfect pattern? And Odell with the catch from the slot position. Winkler fired a bullet now from the 4-yard line here. Odell in the backfield, takes it forward, working forward. Is he going to get there? Rebels will keep him out down to the 1-yard line. Columbine doesn't have an answer defensively. They haven't found it yet. Chatfield knocking on the door here to take their first lead of the game. Winkler quickly up under center. Does he take it in himself? No, sir. Give it off. First man, only man in the backfield. Touchdown, Chatfield. Equal opportunity, Brendan Murphy, the senior, with the touchdown from a yard out. Well, they've got 3 guys they can run. Callahan-Harris is one, Odell, who we know about, and then Murphy. 2:22 to go here in the first quarter. Chargers have got the lead. Roback with the extra point attempt, and he splits the uprights 14-0, 2:22 to go here, still in the first quarter. And Brendan Murphy from 1 yard out here. Well, Chatfield showing you why they are a 5-0 team. They play very quickly. They've been very clean. Only a hold on their first drive of the game, and that didn't seem to set them back much. And Kyle Winkler has been nearly perfect. By the way, both these teams play here. If you know Chatfield football, you know that. Welcome in the friends and family. May not have been able to make it to the game. It's not that bad. 36 degrees at kickoff here. Columbine plays home here as well, so really it is neutral site or home sites for both, it would feel like. Columbine obviously with the road Navy uniforms. Take it at the 4-yard line here. Here comes the return. Bounce to the outside, knocked down at the 19-yard line. Norton tried to bounce that one to the outside. Well, there's our guy, Lucas Gunkel, right there. Gunkel, one of the guys that got down there on special teams to make the tackle. Let's give credit as well to Trevor Reeve. Reeve, the senior, also got down there. Columbine will start from their own 19. Well, I said that Kyle Winkler was nearly perfect. The junior quarterback did throw a pick on the second play of the game for Chatfield. Since then, nearly perfect. Tate up under center. That's a 6-man line up there as they try to stay in on it and try to bounce to the outside. There's just no place for McDonald to go. He's got a couple of yards. Gunkel will chase him out. And the big boys following right behind defensively.
Give him 3, 7 at the 25.
How about getting down the line? Maurice Barley, the sophomore, he was flying down the line. If Gunkel wasn't going to get McDonald, Barley was going to smash him. So second down, they gave him about 3. It's right on the 21. Tate flips to the outside. They try to get McDonald to bounce to the outside. He'll get to about the 26, maybe 27-yard line that time. It's that little dip of the shoulder on the far side. A late flag will come in. And I think a little extra business going on down the field blocking-wise. Nice pursuit for the Chargers. Matt Gator was there. And Zach Lowe, the senior, getting down from his down lineman position, getting over there and at least kind of filling up the holes. McDonald had to try to bounce it to the outside. We'll see what the call is here. 2:03 left to go in the first quarter. That flag came out in the secondary.
Personal foul unnecessary roughness, number 50 of the defense. That will be half the distance to the goal. Take that ball. Personal foul unnecessary roughness, number 42. That penalty will be for 15, and it's going to be second down.
Basically, it is a wash here. 2 personal foul penalties. Now they walk it back and then walk it back forward, and basically you got guys kind of giving each other the business. They both got flagged. And you hear them pointing the numbers out. That's new this year, of course. I like it, actually. I mean, the coaches know who it is anyway. The referees have to go over and tell them, so if it is indeed mic'd up, it works out nice. And actually, 3rd and 1, Columbine actually gets a little extra out of it just as it works out in the math. So 3rd and 1 here at their own 28-yard line. Chatfield defense trying to bow the backs here. This would essentially be almost a 3 and out. Tate here going to give it up the middle. They give it to Aparicio. Did he get there? Boy, what a big pile in the middle. We'll have to see. They're walking in. I don't think he got there. No, McDonald actually followed Aparicio into the line there. He didn't get it. 4th and 1. Do the Rebels go for it? Boy, I'll tell you what, I've known Andy Reid for a long, Andy Lowry for a long time, and yeah, he'll go for it. 4th and 1, you figured that's what they're going to do. And I'll tell you what, Brett McGatlin's got the same type of mentality, watching him coach over the years as well. Most coaches have that kind of confidence in your team. It's 4th and less than a yard. Of course they're going to get it done. Tate to Aparicio, he's got it. Falls over the 30-yard line to near the 31, and the chains will move, and the Rebels will keep the football. Got stopped on the last 4th down play, and Chatfield turned it around and scored later on. Well, and now we've got a late flag coming here. This one coming from the near side. The line judge actually threw it. The coach was out there talking. Well, and that's an easy one. And both teams almost always get the get-back guy not doing his job there. Players got to be a couple of yards off the field. Coach is a yard off the field there, and the team was squeezing a little bit forward. That's for player safety, of course. But it's hard. You start squeezing forward, wanting to see the game, you're getting excited about it. So it's a warning. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tate under center here, 1st down and 10. Look at a pass. He'll throw it out here in the flat. It's caught. Aparicio slips by 1 tackle, and it will be brought down at the 50-yard line. Coming back to make the play, that's Murphy. Brendan Murphy had to come from behind to catch up to Jeremy Aparicio. He just popped out of the backfield out into the flat here. Tate hit him in stride. Chains move, clock rolls. Get another play in here before the end of the first quarter. Columbine into Chatfield territory now. Tate with the full house backfield again. Everybody's in tight. Tate will keep it. Looking to throw again. Pumps once, throws too high for Aparicio. Is nearly picked off over there. That time, the Charger defense stepped up. Ball just tipped high. by Aparicio is on the coverage there. I believe they're on that far side. I believe that was Jeremy Thompson who almost had the tip ball. So 2nd and 10 now. The Rebels going to the air a little bit more than you would expect. Tate will keep it as he pulls it out of the belly of the fullback and falls ahead to near the 44-yard line. Murphy is there again. Brendan Murphy, Jake Schinkel, the senior, also coming up, and that's the end of the first quarter. 14-7. Chatfield's fell behind. Winkler throws an interception. Columbine drives down the field. The short field, I might add, scores a touchdown, but it's 14 unanswered points here for Chatfield. They lead it 14-7 after one quarter. Glad you're along with us. StreamItSports.com, and you want to know more about the Chargers? Well, you might as well follow them on Facebook. Facebook.com/ChatfieldFootball. Pictures, comments on tonight's game. You can tell them you like Stream It Sports, too. We'd be all right with that. Couldn't ask for a better night. Certainly not short sleeve weather, but it's football weather here in the fall. 36 degrees at kickoff. The snow and the rain fell this morning. Turned to snow for a while here. Wasn't enough to even hardly stick to the grass for very long. By the time we got to the afternoon, the snow was basically gone. The system's up north. That's where all the trouble is. They could have it for a while. We were tired of all the precipitation. Ready to go. Second quarter now. 3rd down and 6. Columbine at the Chatfield 44-yard line. Give it to McDonald. Cuts it back here. Breaks the tackle. Look out. He's loose. McDonald to the 30-yard line. Race is on. Touchdown. 45 yards. It started right. He cut it back up against the grain and brought it back to the near side and scores from 45 yards out. That's a heck of a weapon to have. Bernard McDonald has been doing it for 4 years for Columbine. Chatfield has seen all they've needed to see of McDonald. And he nearly ties it up here. The extra point coming. Aparicio will do the honors. McDonald with his 2nd touchdown here today. Boy, he has absolutely been tearing it up. This kick scoots inside the right upright. Well, we got ourselves a barn burner. Kind of figured that's the way it was going to happen. 45-yard touchdown run, 14 apiece. 11:48 left to go here in the second quarter. Odd to look at the Super 6 standings the way they sit now. Chatfield and Mullen and Arapahoe sitting up top. Columbine 0-1 actually sits 5th out of the 16 conference behind Bear Creek because they lost to Arapahoe last week. Arapahoe, the defending Super 6 champs. Boy, McDonald, 45 yards on that carry, 2nd touchdown. McDonald now on the season, 15 touchdowns for Columbine. Averages 179 yards a game. Already ready to crack that 1,000-yard mark. Could do it here tonight. He's close to it with that 45-yard run right there. Aparicio to kick it away. And it'll be taken by Odell at the 10-yard line for the Chargers. Right up the middle, and he is smoked. Ball on the ground. Who's got it? Columbine says they do. Oh, and the white cap pointing to the ground said Odell was down. They had blown the whistle, and it was dead. Wow, that is a bang-bang play, but he was immediate to walk over there and say, I saw it, his knee was down, and Chatfield will hang on to it. What a huge, huge call. And I don't want to say whether it's right or wrong. It's a bang-bang play. That could have gone either way. Winkler going back to work. High throw here. Caught at the 29 and nowhere to go. Well, the catch there by Zanier. Zach Smith on the tackle. Zanier, though, had to go up in the air so he couldn't make a move, and Smith hit him. Gain of about 7, 2nd and 3 here. As the Chargers all look to the sideline. Now they go to work. Winkler will give it up. Trying to bounce to the outside. There's not a lot of room there. They go to the short side of the field. Maybe enough for a first down, though, as Odell will take it to near the 34-yard line. That's where they had spotted it originally here, but he ran out of room a lot before that, 2 yards before that. Yeah, at the 32-yard line, so he's got about 1.5 yards to go for a first down here. Chatfield right back to work. Trips to the left side. They give it off. A little delayed draw that time, enough for a first down, and leaning forward. Murphy, I believe, that time on the carry. Nope, it was Callahan Harris. He's in the backfield now. Winkler, play action to him as he rolls to the left side. Kyle Winkler will throw it to the far side, back shoulder, caught at about the 49-yard line over there. How about slinging that one down? Jarrell Olsen with his second catch here tonight. And a gain of 16 yards, first down and 10 for Chatfield. That is a tough throw. Winkler, the righty, rolling to his left. He put it right on the money. But we're walking backwards in an illegal shift against Chatfield, unfortunately, before everything got started. And what was a beautiful throw and catch goes for naught. Still first down. It'll be 1st and 15, though, for Chatfield. Got to get to the 45 for that first down. I-backs got it. Odell bounced to the outside, got some room, got a blocker downfield now, caught from behind and down to the 45-yard line. That's where they were before on the pass play. How about that? Oh, I take that back. Reza Fardian with the carry. Fardian getting a couple of carries from the I-back set, even from the single back set. That time, super fast with the run of about 20 yards now. Look at a pass. Winkler fires to the far side of the field. Did he get his feet in? He did indeed. And that's Olsen with the catch, finding the big receivers now. And they're chewing them up in chunks. Gain of 15, first down and 10 now from the Columbine 24-yard line. Winkler rolling here to the near side. Still got that football looking down there. Nobody's open yet. Will fire it, and it is incomplete. Or did he make the catch? Oh, he did make the catch. It's intercepted. He got in there and picked it off. Tanner DeJudas. How about that? Second interception thrown by Winkler. The Judice with the interception. And I really think that Winkler was trying to throw it away and then suddenly saw his receiver, tried to force it in there. Second turnover on the night for Chatfield here. Columbine will have it tied at 14. Boy, this one's going to come down to the end, didn't it? Charger defense going to come back out. Columbine will start from their own 16-yard line. Tate under center, full house backfield. Sounds like a broken record. That's what they do. McDonald trying to bounce to the outside, tripped up. Got to the 20-yard line. That could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Only for their Callahan Harris, I think, was the guy who got the shoestring that time. And guess who? Our favorite guy was also there. That's Lucas Gunkel. Yep, somebody jumped. I'll tell you what, on that play before, when McDonald dipped his shoulder, Gunkel was biting on the inside, big time. but his speed he was able to get to the outside, just trip up McDonald. Otherwise, it's clear sailing. The safeties had already jumped up on the line on the inside. McDonald was gone had he not been tripped up. And again, he's already got a 45-yard touchdown run. So they'll wind the clock here after the procedure penalty. Columbine now 2nd down and 11 here. They'll go from their own 15. Tate, long count, rolling, looking to pass now, in trouble, flips it out, nearly intercepted at the 15-yard line. Instead, it goes for naught. Oh, so close. Jake Karstensen was there, just could not get his hands wrapped around it. Boy, that is a dangerous throw for Tate to make. And how about the Chatfield defense there? Great job of covering it out in the flat. They read it nearly perfectly. The secondary this time, instead of biting down on the run, stayed back knowing it was a 2nd and long, and you could say they almost guessed right. Everybody just stayed home, basically. 3rd and 11 now. From their own 15. Tate passing down. Will he indeed pass it, though? Somebody might have moved again. Nope, timeout. That coming from the sideline. I think Andy Lowry yelled it out because it was the side judge here that blew the whistle and called the timeout. Didn't like what he saw out there. 9:21 to go here in the first quarter. Tied at 14. Rosters, stats, pretty good pictures too. Check it out, chatfieldfootball.com. Proud presenter of our broadcast tonight on Stream It Sports here from Jeffco Stadium. I'm Cory Lopez. Boy, a good one here. Doubleheader night here at Jeffco. Field gets a lot of work. But I'll tell you what, the folks at the District Stadium here, not only Jeffco, but up at the NAC as well for Jeffco, Trailblazer Stadium too. These fields get a lot of use, and it's still in pretty good shape. We're into week 6 now. Glad you're along with us on a crisp night. Into the Super 6 conference we go. Chatfield trying to get a leg up here or two and put him 2 games up on Columbine in the Super 6. Chatfield trying to chase, well, actually tie it up right now with Arapahoe. Tate rolling, looking to pass. He'll throw this one up to nobody. The receiver cut his route off. Bradley, probably the intended receiver. Instead of running a post, he ended up running an out. And that's a read between quarterback and receiver. The receiver saw one thing defensively. Tate thought he saw something else. So he decided to go ahead and chuck it up there. 4th down and 11. And a rare punt from the Rebels. Jeremy Aparicio will do the duties. Odell is back deep. Oh, horrible punt. Nearly blocked. It takes a Columbine bounce, though, and it'll head out to about the 37-yard line. Could not get it up in the air enough, and it goes right off the back of the head of one of his blockers. So a short field for Chatfield here. 9:06 left to go here in the first half, and the Chargers an opportunity to get that lead back. Winkler giving up Odell, and he is snapped down. Nowhere to go. Well, we called him out several times this time. Chris Bergman, how about that? Got called for jumping off sides a couple of times. He stops the run there. Loss of about a half yard, 2nd down and 11. Slot right, Winkler, and he will again give it off up the middle, but tripped up. Good penetration by the Columbine defense. And there's just nowhere to go the last couple of times for the Chatfield running backs. And for Odell, tried to skip out of the way, got the feet caught up there. He got back about a half yard, so got back about 2 yards there, so 3rd and 9. short field, but the Rebel defense stopping 2 runs by Chatfield. Let's see what they've got now. Set up slot right, Winkler. Quick chat over on the sideline. He's up under center. Pumps once, try to set things up over the middle. They set up the screen. The middle screen there. Odell bouncing his way through. First down and more up to the 21-yard line. How about that? Oh, and I take that back. That was Olsen there. They slipped Olsen in there and got him on that middle screen. Quickly up to the line comes Winkler. First down and 10 at the Columbine 21. Back to the middle they go, and there is Odell. He'll fall forward to near the 17-yard line. Well, I'll tell you what, tough to spot. You kind of get a sense of how they're running things here, and they're going to stick. Yeah, just like that, Callahan Harris is back there. That's who's going to get the football here as they try to bounce to the outside. Up to inside the 10. How about that? Spin it forward nearly the 16-yard line. And actually, that's Steinhoff that gets the carry there. Steinhoff, a rare carry. Stein carried a couple of times in the first quarter. He gets one here and quickly up to the line. Steinhoff the carry. Winkler pumps once. Now he's going to take off and run. Down to about the 5-yard line he goes. Olsen was headed toward the corner of the end zone there, but good coverage by the Rebels. Under 7 to go here in the first half. 5 yards for a touchdown. Second and goal here. Winkler, play action. He's still got it. Looking. Fires over the middle. Wide open. Touchdown. Chatfield. Still picking the number just to make sure we've got that. And that is Zanier, Brandon Zanier. And thank you to our PA address announcer, Zanier. His first touchdown here of the night, right in the back of the end zone. The extra point, up and good. 21-14. Zanier with the 5-yard touchdown catch. Winkler put it right on the money and had all day to throw. They kind of rolled the pocket here to the right side, and when he turned around, there was Zanier standing in the back of the end zone. 6:44 left to go here in the first half, and the Chargers have the lead back. First touchdown through the air for Chatfield here tonight. So Brandon Zanier with the catch. And again, from 5 yards out, 21-14. Well, Winkler, in his second year as a starter, he has been very good. As a matter of fact, that's his 16th touchdown pass of the season against. He had come in having not thrown an interception. He's thrown 2 tonight. Even through the adversity, Chatfield's got the lead here with 6:44 left to go in the first half, 21-14. Kick away, high drive, taken at about the 6-yard line. Coming here to the near side now. Breaking containment, steps through a tackle and now up to about the 37-yard line. And a super return that time by Emery Taylor.
First and 10 on the way for Columbine.
Michael King, one of the guys in on the tackle. King's the guy who ended up stopping. He was the only guy left on the outside on containment. And he got a little help at the end. So the Rebels back on offense here. They're going to try to answer. They were able to do it the last time they had the football thanks to Bernard McDonald. .6:34 to go here in the first half. Michael Tate will bring them up here. And again, Rebels are going to do what they're going to do. Chatfield knows that. They've loaded up in the box here. They give it off. And stepping inside there as they run an inside sweep to about the 42-yard line. The run by Norton. Austin Norton with a short carry that time. Got himself about 4 yards here. We'll give him 3.5. Make it 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 42 for Columbine in a full.
Tell you what, we haven't called them out as much as I guess we probably could, but the linebackers for Chatfield have done a very nice job. Certainly that time on the tackle, we'll throw out Zach Lowe's name. We'll throw it out a couple of times. Tate to McDonald. McDonald trying to stay inside, breaks one tackle, now tries to cut it back up, and it's actually tackled forward. He's about a yard short of the 1st down. Good pursuit by the Chargers. Unfortunately, the tackle going forward. Gunkel's going to go out. We saw him kind of come in and have to turn McDonald back toward the inside part of the field. And that's when the rest of the Chargers could step up and get after it. 3rd and 1 here. Columbine from their own 47-yard line. To McDonald. Try to bounce to the outside there. He'll break one tackle with the stiff arm and spun down on the far side over there to about the 46-yard line of Chatfield. He's got the 1st down over there. The safety on the pursuit over there, Jake Karstensen, who's
7-yard pickup.
Almost had himself an interception the last time the Chatfield defense was out there. This time was able to get over there and stop McDonald. 1st down and 10, though, for the Rebels. They'll go from the Chatfield 46. 5:29 to go here in the 1st half. Rebels try to answer Chatfield, who's had the lead twice here. Up the middle, Aparicio. Boy, big push by the line this time. He forward progress to about the 40-yard line. Run into the heart of the defense there. And there's Matt Gator, big middle linebacker, in on the tackle. Wilson George also there. And a Rebel a little slow to get up here. He got smashed pretty good. Yeah, that's Aparicio. He got to the 40-yard line. He ended up getting tackled way back at the 46. I mean, pushed that far back and then landed on. So he's a little slow to get up. Clock will stop. 5:03 left to go here in the 1st half. Stream It Sports. You can find us at streamitsports.com. If you're listening, you already know that. Tell your friends, though. Certainly tell them about Chatfield football. You can find them on Facebook. Follow them there. Facebook.com/Chatfield football. Yes, the Chargers able to get their Facebook out there first. There's another high school in Minnesota, Chatfield. Could we say that Chatfield, Colorado, Chatfield High School in Colorado, ahead of the social media curve? I think so. 2nd and 4 for Columbine here from the Chatfield 40-yard line. Tate, up the middle it goes. They're going to find the fullback, and falling forward to near the 31-yard line, Larry Munson with the carry. Munson in for Aparicio, who was brought over here to the sideline. They're still working on, I think they're working on a hand over there, actually. Maybe he got dinged up a little bit. I've got to keep an eye on him on the sideline. And a nice run by Munson, but guess what? Face mask, going to tack on a few more yards. It's an incidental face mask. Still have it here in Federation rules. In Colorado, in high school football, it's still that incidental contact. The NFL's done away with that. You touch a face mask, it's 15 yards no matter what. McDonald trying to get to the outside. He'll be drugged down from behind. Gets to about the 19-yard line. And a tackle by Jake Schinkel. He was the last man standing. If Schinkel doesn't bring him down with that open field tackle, McDonald's gone. 2nd and 2 here. He got 8 out of it. Long look by Tate now, and a fullback falling forward. Munson again on the carry. Munson in there for Aparicio, and he's got the 1st down. Clock will restart after the chains are set here. We're at 4:01 left to go. Typical Rebel drive. They want to burn the clock up, go in, tied at halftime. Don't want to give a high-powered offense, Brett McGatlin's Chargers, to get back out there. So take as much time as you need if you're the Rebels. Chatfield just trying to stop them here. Hold them to a field goal potentially. Oh, fumble for a moment. Got the ball to Munson somehow. Tate was losing the football as he came out from under center. Munson able to go to about the 13-yard line. A yard maybe out of the whole thing. Boy, that was dangerous. As soon as I start talking about Chatfield holding them to a field goal, what happens? They almost got themselves a turnover. No gain, as a matter of fact. They're still going to set that thing down inside the 13-yard line. So 2nd and 10 here for Columbine. Well, a break for Chatfield here defensively. Now, can you bow the back and stop them? Tate to McDonald. Looking inside. Puts the foot in the ground. Moves forward and then gets driven back. He's progress up to near the 5-yard line. McDonald could not get to the outside that time. Murphy over there to try to stop things up. And as always, Gator was there too. But a gain of 8. And McDonald's not just the speed guy. You saw him put the foot in the ground and cut it right back up. He sees those numbers on the back of his blockers and the defensive numbers. It's time to cut it back up. Munson tripped up, got to inside the 4-yard line. Good penetration that time by the big boys on the down line. Able to trip them up. They'll set it down at about the 4-yard line, and Chatfield, a timeout here. 2:10 left to go. Well, 4th down. Time to do a little thinking. If you're Columbine, do you go ahead, say, my guys are better than your guys, even if you're 4 yards away from the end zone? Or do you just go ahead and kick the field goal and get close? I'm going to throw this out. I think Columbine just goes ahead and goes for it. They're not much on the special teams. They believe their guys can get it done. So potentially a huge swing coming right here for Chatfield. And there's plenty of time left, too. You think about it. If they get the turnover, get the ball back here, I know you're going 96, 97 yards potentially. They want to measure this one out here. They can get a first down. How close are they? 4th down? Well, they're trying to get the link out. The chain gang doing a good job. About a yard. Andy Lowry wanted to see just how close it was. So you can still get a first down here. Got to get it to about the 3. So 2:10 left to go. Well, I know the decision's already been made here. Chatfield's out there ready to go defensively, too. They know what's coming. Who's tougher, huh? Love this about both of these teams. Neighborhood rivals. Here we go. 4th and 1. Long count. Tate tried to get him to jump. Nope, they won't. Quick flip to the outside. Into the end zone. Touchdown. McDonald's got his 3rd touchdown tonight. It was the wide pitch to the short side of the field here. They used McDonald's speed and a great job of blocking up front by Columbine. 4th and 1. McDonald will take it from 4 yards out into the end zone. And we're an extra point away from being all tied up. And Aparicio is out there to kick, so I think it was his hand that was the problem. He wasn't back in there to run. He is the kicker for the Rebels and splits the uprights, and we're all tied at 21.
21, Chatfield 21.
McDonald, another touchdown. Well, some people just kind of have a nose for the goal line, don't they? This time a 4-yard run, touchdown runs of 10, 45, and 4. Yeah, this is the one that's going to come right down to the very end. Still a lot of time on the clock, though. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left to go. So, know that. Kind of high-powered offense that you've got. Now, you've got to imagine the secondary is going to back off here for Columbine. The Rebels will let Chatfield get the chunks of yardage in front of them. They're not going to let anybody get deep. At least that's the plan going in defensively. I see the band down at the end of the track here getting ready to go. Oh, not yet. There's a lot of time left. Important here for Aparicio to try to get this one kicked away. Like to set him up at the 20, actually. Aparicio is going to get about a 5-yard run at it here. For Chatfield, there he did. Booted it deep. At the 3, bounds over the end line, and yes, the rules are the ball breaks the plane of the end zone. Okay, take it out to the 20. That's a huge break there. Even though he touched it in the field of play, the ball breaks the plane of the end zone, and the whistles blow automatically. It's a dead ball. Chatfield will have it at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go, 80 yards here to try to get the lead back before we head in at intermission. Here comes Kyle Winkler. Threw his first touchdown pass here tonight. He's thrown a couple of picks. They go up the middle to start things off to try to keep them honest, and they were certainly honest. Callahan Harris stopped immediately. Bergman there. Now Winkler, quick throw to the far side, and again out of bounds. It'll stop the clock, 25-yard line. And the catch on the far side, let's see, they're going to let, they're going to end up letting Fardian go out of, run out. They'll quickly put Olsen in on the far side now. Slot left on the short side of the field here. Winkler will give it off. They'll run to that far side. Tripped up. That's a first down. Clock will stop as the chains move to about the 32-yard line. That's Odell on the carry as he got tripped up over there. Quickly back to the line they come. They'll wind the clock momentarily once the chains are set. By the time that happens, Chatfield will be ready to go here. Minute 38 to go. First down and 10. Winkler, short drop, caught here. He's in here with the catch at about the 38-yard line. Pretty good coverage that time. Zach Smith with the tackle, but again, they're just going to give up that short yardage. Winkler, play action. He's got it. Good ball fake. Over the middle, hit immediately on the catch at the 40-yard line. And that catch made there by Steinhoff. Steinhoff with the catch over the middle, but now they called timeout to stop the clock. 1:10 left to go here. Hoping to, you're essentially, as you throw it over the middle to that short slot receiver that was there, you're hoping that the middle of the field opened up. It was a beautiful ball fake there by Winkler. Almost sets up like a middle screen. Columbine stayed home though, and again, they're keeping everything in front of them. You're still playing in Chatfield's territory here, so you can allow for the 5-10-yard chunks if you need to. You're not going to jump a route. And so far, Winkler has not tried to take a shot deep. He is taking what the Columbine defense is giving him here, but now you're running short on time with 1:10 left to go and a 3rd and 2 coming up from your own 40. Winkler's got him ready to go now, and they will give it off. Up the middle now. Little delayed draw and a little bit of room here. Following the blockers forward, and Callahan Harris wrapped up at about the 36-yard line. How about that run? Perfectly timed, clock stops a minute, 1 left to go in the first half. And Winkler and company ready to go here. Callahan Harris with a beautiful run there on the delayed draw. Olsen is on the far side now. Keep an eye on him. He's certainly the tallest receiver, and somebody might have moved. Well, walk the ball back here to the Columbine 41-yard line, 1st and 15. Winkler with basically trip set to the far side. Olsen's up top of the screen. Back to pass, throw over the middle, and incomplete. Odell looking to run before he took off with it. Reed Harris was coming to lay the boom on him, and I think he heard the footsteps. 2nd and 15 now. Slot left. Essentially, the H-back there makes it trips. Winkler rolling left. Looking there, slips up, fires, caught there, and upended at about the 33-yard line, and the catch made. And that's Jariel Olsen. Olsen there knocked off his pins, and the clock will stop as timeout called by Chatfield. So 43 seconds left to go. I think Kyle Winkler's done a very nice job here, taking what the Rebels have given him. Remember, coming in here, he'd thrown 15 touchdowns against no interceptions. I wrote in my preview for ColoradoPreps.com, I called it Peyton Manning-esque. Manning with 16 touchdowns, no interceptions. Kyle Winkler, through half the season, 15 touchdowns, no interceptions. That is you can't ask any more of a quarterback. Having an absolutely fantastic junior season here. He's thrown 2 picks tonight. Yet, Chatfield on the verge here with 43 seconds left to go, potentially taking the lead back before we go in at halftime. Trips to the right side. Back to pass. He's looking left, though, and he's got his man, Olsen, over there. Olsen steps out of bounds. Knocked out at about the 23-yard line. Emory Taylor on the coverage will push him out. That stops the clock with 39 seconds left to go. It is a first down.
Down to the 23, 1st and 10.
At about the 23-yard line. Slot right for Chatfield. Winkler, 5-step drop, looks, hit as he throws. He's going to the corner of the end zone. Oh, you betcha. He was looking for Olsen over there. And again, on the coverage, Emory Taylor. Those two have been battling all night. And Taylor was with him step for step. Didn't buy the move that Olsen made. And that was a little hitch in the old giddy-up going to the outside. Winkler, this time, delayed draw, up the middle, falling forward to near the 15-yard line. And that's Callahan Harris. There is a flag down in the area of holding, and that's what it is. Well, that'll set you back with 29 seconds left to go here for Chatfield. That spot foul, that flag is quite a ways back in the backfield now. Now you got to put it on the arm of Winkler.
Number 75 offense. That's the 10-yard penalty.
The ball back to the
So
29.
from the 29 of Columbine here, it'll be second down. We'll call it about 17. First down almost irrelevant to this point because now you're almost thinking about taking a shot to the end zone. You do have a good field goal kicker, though. Seen him kick some extra points. We've seen him make some deep boots on the kickoffs, too. And I'm talking about Matt Robach. But you got to get it a lot closer than this. Winkler from the shotgun. Yeah, Columbine's going to call timeout. Winkler's back into that shotgun, and that was a little different. He's been going from up under center. As soon as they sent Zanier in motion, Columbine said, no, we're not quite set where we need to be. Check out the activities, the things that are happening I believe it's the Chatfield band getting ready to entertain us here at halftime, too. I bet you can find a little something out about the band. Head to chatfieldfootball.com. Certainly find out about the game schedules and the player profiles of the Chargers. Glad you're along with us here. Stream It Sports. 29 seconds left to go in the first half. The neighborhood rivalry in Littleton, Chatfield, Columbine, just a few miles apart from each other. All tied at 21. Kyle Winkler back to pass here. Setting up that middle screen. Caught there, nowhere to really go though. Stopped well short of the first down. And that's Odell. They got to hurry to the line. 18 seconds left. Already got a play called. And they'll spike it to stop the clock with 14 seconds left. But guess what? You had second down and about 17 yards. You only got about 3. You stop the clock. It's fourth down. You have to get a first down to keep it going. You got to throw it beyond the sticks. 2 receivers up top. Winkler looking. In trouble now. Big trouble. And he'll be sacked back at the 36-yard line. Doing the sack dance. That's Sam Butler back there. Well, Columbine will take over here with 8 seconds left to go. And essentially, you give it to McDonald and you let him run as fast and as far as he possibly can here. But I don't think you're to see much when it comes to being tricky with 8 seconds left. Columbine will be happy to go in tied. Chatfield, boy, that holding call was huge. They were driving. They had it almost in field goal range anyway. The holding call pushed them back, and they had to spike the ball because they were out of timeouts. Suddenly you put it all on one play. And Winkler could not avoid the blitz that came from the Rebels. 8 seconds left to go, and you're kidding me, a flag comes out. Well, the penalty against down lineman.
First and 15 for Columbine after the penalty.
And by the way, Garrett Hammers with the sack. My apologies, Hammers with the sack. Eight seconds to go. Tate will take the snap. There you go. Give it to McDonald. Let him go with it. Oh, trouble. Into the secondary. Finally brought down at the 49-yard line. It'll stop the clock momentarily as they move the chains here. Let's see. Maybe Columbine will think about going. They're going to hustle up to the line. They'll see if they can get a snap off here. They'll wind the clock. They'll spike it. A second left. Why not hand it off to Bernard McDonald one more time? Get you almost 15 there. Now, before we head into the half here, I know there's a second left to go. Touchdown scored by Bernard McDonald from 10 yards out. 9:54 left to go in the first quarter. That's how the scoring started after an interception thrown by Winkler. Reed Harris picked it off. Columbine got on the board. Now with a second left. Tate, give it to him again. And he'll be drugged down from behind. He'll end up gaining a yard or so, and that's the end of the first half. Tied at 21. Let's tell you how we got there before I step away. We'll have about 15 minutes. We'll have a break of about 14 before we go to the second half. We talked about McDonald's 10-yard touchdown run with 9:54 to go in the first quarter. Made it 7-0. Chatfield came back and answered. 7:27 left to go in the first quarter. It was Michael Callahan Harris with a 2-yard run, tied it at 7. Winkler doing a nice job pulling the trigger to get Chatfield right back into it. And then the Chargers defense stepped up, turned the ball over on downs, got the ball back, and it was Brendan Murphy from 1 yard out with 2:22 left to go in the first quarter. Chatfield had their first lead. That's how it finished at the end of the first quarter. 11:48 to go in the first half. McDonald busted off a 45-yard run for a touchdown. Tied things up at 14 with 6:44 left to go in the half. Kyle Winkler with his first touchdown pass of the game. He found Brandon Lanier from about 5 yards out, back of the end zone. Beautiful throw. Zanier, that is, ran a perfect route. Chatfield had the lead back 21-14, but then McDonald from 4 yards out with 2:06 left to go in the first half tied it up at 21. That's where we sit at the half. We're going to step away for a little bit here. We'll be back with you in about 12 minutes for the second half. Chatfield and Columbine at the half. The neighborhood rivalry, nothing decided yet. Here on Stream It Sports. Welcome back. We're ready to go here. Second half. How about that? 21-0. Nothing decided. The neighborhood rivalry here. Columbine to receive. They deferred. Won the toss, deferred in the second half. And look out. Got an opening. 30-yard line and bounce it out to about the 34-yard line there. A nice return for Columbine there. How about that? Trenton Compton. And that's where the Rebels will start here from the 35-yard line. Well, that's the advantage of winning the toss and knowing that you can defer to the second half, get the ball here. You're tied at 21. Andy Lowry and the Columbine Rebels a chance to try to get the lead back. Somebody moved. Aparicio, good to see him back in there. He a little banged up in that second quarter. I think he might have banged a hand up. That's what they were looking at. Looked like the hand or the wrist, because he came out and kicked the extra point that tied it at 21. But Columbine started to give the bulk of the carries at least up the middle, as Aparicio was a guy that was doing it most of the time. Larry Munson ended up getting most of the carries after that. Aparicio got the ball there, but a procedure penalty, and it's 1st and 15. Tate keeping it on the option there, and he will be rudely driven backwards. Well, Gator's always there. You heard his name called out. But also for Columbine, We see a handful of tacklers that we call out an awful lot. Tate to McDonald. McDonald puts the foot in the ground, cuts it back on the safety, jukes him. Away he goes. Goodbye. Bernard McDonald, 67 yards, no flags. Broke containment. There was one guy to beat, and he beat him. Wow. Well, that's going to put him over 1,000 for sure. Well, appropriate. They're saying, whoop, there it is. 55 seconds into the second half, and Columbine has the lead.
Double girls, dirty laundry, no play.
McDonald is 4th touchdown tonight. Well, this could be a big penalty here. A false start, you back the extra point up another 5 yards. Degree of difficulty goes up just a little bit. So Aparicio, this will be a 25-yard extra point attempt, essentially. Snaps a better one. Aparicio splits the uprights anyway. McDonald now with 17 touchdowns on the season on the ground. 17 of them. This is their 6th game of the season, okay? So he's working on almost averaging 3 touchdowns per game. 67 yards on the run. It started left, put the foot in the ground, cut it back up, and then against the grain, and then only had a safety to beat. When he broke containment, got through that first level, there was one guy to beat, and McDonald got by him. Well, 28-21, Columbine with the lead back. Last lead that Columbine had was at 7-0. Last team to have the football may be the winners here. We'll see. Chatfield offenses look good. They tried the 2-minute drill, tried to go 80 yards. A holding penalty deep in Columbine territory hurt them, and they couldn't get any points out of it. Had to spike it. Ended up going on a 4th and long situation. Bounding ball. This one right through the legs, and it hits the pylon, so it is a touchback. Well, you can see that Zach Smith ran down there and said, no, it went out of bounds. But it hit the pylon, and the pylon is a part of the end zone. So Chatfield will start at the 20-yard line. Boy, Odell, just better to just let that one go because it was possible it was going to go out of bounds. If he doesn't touch it, it's a penalty, and they get the ball at the 35-yard line. Live ball, though. You've always got that in your mind as a return man. And you think, I think I got plenty of time to do something about it. Good directional kick, though. Here comes Kyle Winkler, and he'll hand it off. Out of the backfield, a single setback, and a nice run of about 7 yards. Quickly. Get Callahan Harris on the carry immediately. Well, you'll take 7 yards in a run, won't you? Winkler.